So I just wanted to give you an update on the raised beds. So as you know, we'd filled them with a few layers, which can be classed as lasagna gardening. I call it filling up the raised beds. And we didn't put cardboard in between each layer because I don't want to waste cardboard. It's a precious resource that we only have for the top layer. And the reason why I'm popping it here, if you look, it's on the top layer, is because yeah, I know Vlad's good looking, but we're talking about something important here. So it's all about the fact that we've used animal bedding underneath, and animal bedding contains animal poo and duck poo and chicken poo. Can be quite, I think the word's acidic, and what happens is it can actually cause issues for when your plants are starting to grow and those new baby roots don't like it. And that's the important thing, not whether it's acidic or alkaline, but the fact that baby roots won't like it. So what we do is we use a layer of cardboard to cover over the top, and now for the very top layer we're going to stick some compost on, only a relatively small layer of compost, so that we can put our plants in. What will happen is our plants will go into the compost, and as they start to grow, the baby roots will go, oh yeah, we're loving this compost. And then the compost, the cardboard will break down and the roots will go through the cardboard and into the bedding and things that are also breaking down underneath, by which time it will be much safer for it because of all the rain and watering and things, and it will have broken it right down, and it'll make extra nutritious food for the plants when they get to that stage. So at first it's looking after them while they're babies and then allowing them the nutrients they need to grow. Okay, so we've got our compost in. We've put about that much compost in over the top layer, and then we've popped our plants in. So we used an old spoon for a dibber, squished it in, and then we planted some babies. Now we haven't grown these babies, we've bought them from a local business. So where you can shop local, you can also get them from friends and neighbours and places like that. And we've just started our own community to swap and share online as well on Facebook for people in central Portugal. So what we've done as well, we want to experiment, because as you know, we've only been in Portugal for, well, this is our second year here at Ahimsa. So we weren't sure quite what to do, and even though we know now when we're supposed to plant the plants, because it is different to the UK and it does depend on your hardiness zone, we needed to know about the amount of sun, because a full sun day is very different depending on where you are and how many hours of sun that your plant gets, depending on where you put it, where you live. So we've done a little experiment, and we've got some coves, which are cabbages in Portugal, and we've put a few on this side of the raised bed, a few the other side of the raised bed, and we've got some in the polytunnel. Also, when we came to Portugal, one of our first trips we did was to stop at Lidl, and Lidl do some organic herbs, and it's I think it's like €1 for a little pot. So we bought ourselves some thyme, and we've just separated the thyme this morning and put it into our raised beds. And then we've also got some oregano. Now it's come on an amazing amount. It's survived the first winter. It got all excited over summer, and then we've gone through the second winter, and now we've just put it into our raised beds. I'll show you the thyme in a second, but I also want to point out these are all perennials. The cabbages are not. This is an experiment, but the strawberries will be here and they'll just need tending, they won't need moving again, and they'll keep spreading and growing, and we can then take them out and put them wherever we want. The thyme, that will grow and keep growing, we won't have to bother with that again. The oregano and the marjoram, but we'll get to the marjoram in a minute. Just follow me around the side. So our little pot, our tiny little pot of oregano has turned into 4 big lumps of baby oregano that's just growing after winter. When we separated it, we got a few little babies as well. The marvellous thing about oregano is it's a natural antibiotic. It's great for us and it's great for the animals. Here, it's not just growing oregano. Here, as you can see, we've got our rabbits and our chickens. Not all of them, but just some of them that are living there for now while we get the rest of the fences up, because we have all the birds have full range of everywhere. It's just that Vlad is a bit naughty and likes to get funky with everyone, including the boys. It's better for Vlad to stay in there at the moment, but Vlad and his missus Cindy and his new girls that we've not named yet, we've not worked out the characters. This whole area is for Vlad and Cindy, and the rabbits are not going to be staying in there either. This will turn into a bit of a rabbit nursery, and the rabbits will also have full run of ahimsa. So when the animals are in here and this is spread, the animals, as it gets to here, will be able to eat the excess. They'll be able to peck and help themselves to anything on that side of the fence, which means that they're always getting their natural antibiotic. They're helping keep the bugs away and they're protecting the plants.
Yeah, going?
Really? Oh. Okay, so where we were up to before the battery died, we've got some oregano, which had split into 4. Ah yeah, we were doing some experiments, so we've also got some alfas, which is lettuce. So we've got some on this side, and we've got some over there, and we've got some in the polytunnel now as well. We've also got coves in the polytunnel, so lettuce, alfas and coves, it's cabbage. Now we'd also got some manjero, which is marjoram in the UK, and it's huge and it's been doing really well, and that was here from Emily and Martin. So we'd been looking after it, and we thought, right, we're going to bring it in. We thought we'd bring it and pop it into these red beds. So Si's brought it all the way over. We've started taking it out of the little container, and we've discovered it's got an ant's nest. It's like, oh, what do we do? Ants. So, keeping it right, everything has a home here at Ahimsa. We don't kill ants. We're not going to use any pesticides or anything like that. We are doing an experiment. Cindy and the girls, along with Vlad, have been eating the ants. We took the manjero, we took the marjoram, and we've popped it in here with the rabbits.
You may just see a few ants, so hopefully the chickens will. The rabbits are eating the woody bits, which is good. We can handle that. The chickens coming over to have a look. No, hopefully they'll get stuck into it now. When I came in I couldn't see any, but I've tipped on its side and they're all on this side, so we'll see whether they do.
We're praying the rabbits don't eat it all, and we're very grateful. Vlad's going over there now. The birds have gone over and they're like, yes, ants. So they're all scranning ants. A bit of extra protein for them really, and if we can get plenty off there, then we'll be able to put them into our raised beds without having too much hassle, we hope. Otherwise we'll have to return the Manchero back down there and let it grow and develop down there